What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Duran, and we're here to talk more Celtics basketball. And man, y'all know I just got off work. I just got home, and I got the news that we signed Jabari Parker to a 2-year deal. You know, a new addition to the bench, and I'm here to talk about it. I had to make a video about this. I had to jump on this. So here we are. This is fun. I'm kind of pumped up because this is something that we didn't see coming. You know, we didn't hear any rumors. We didn't hear any news clips. We didn't hear anything about this. But now, Danny Ainge is back to moving in silence. We heard nothing. We got Jabari Parker now, and let's go ahead and get into it. Automatically off rip, Mo Wagner gets waived. Mo Wagner's waived, and after last night, after what we saw, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because our end of the bench looked horrendous. They looked terrible. It was a travesty. They blew a 27-point lead, and at the most, that lead should have gotten down to 13, and that should have been the end of the game. But they got it down too close to within 5. That's horrible. That is horrible in my opinion. But to my surprise, this is a 2-year deal. I haven't got the specifics yet, but I'm just gonna go off the top of my head and guess that the second year is probably guaranteed. I'm not sure about this year, but I'm just gonna go off the second year is probably guaranteed, fully guaranteed. What does this all mean? What does this mean? We're adding more to the bench. I said when we were at the trade deadline, I feel like we needed 2 players. I feel like we needed 2 players off the bench that were consistent, 2 players that were consistent contributors, 2 players that were reliable and trustworthy. We at the current moment, we have guys that, it's kind of, game by game how they play. In Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier is the trustworthy one that we got off the bench. Now you need 2 trustworthy. Now, with Jabari Parker, this is a reclamation project. This is someone that has been out of the league this year, that hasn't really got much buzz. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what we're getting with Jabari Parker this year because we just haven't seen him. He's averaging, last season, we just go off last season. He was averaging 14 points per game. Let's go ahead and continue let me go ahead and look through his stats. All I know is I remember he was averaging 14 points per game. Okay, now I got it pulled up. 14 points per game. The 3-point percentage was Garbo. He was 26%. The field goal percentage was 51%. Like, that's not bad. I'll take that. And let's go how many minutes was he playing? 24 minutes last year, 14 points per game. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this signing, honestly. I think we needed some juice. I think they needed some type of scoring off that bench to continue to compete. They did. And to sign him at a great time. I don't know when Jabari Parker will start playing with this team. He'll probably start playing next week. That's just my guess. Somewhere around that Phoenix game next Thursday, the 22nd, somewhere around there is when I kind of anticipate him to play. I'm not really sure because he has to get more practices with the team. But he could just play Monday. He might play this weekend. Hell, they threw Fournier in there. When they got Fournier, they threw him in there and they just let him play. So he might just play with that. But automatically, let's go ahead and talk about the rotations. I don't see Grant's minutes getting affected. I don't see Grant's minutes getting affected. Defensively, Grant is important for the bench. He's important for this team overall defensively. Now let's continue to move on. Romeo Langford, that is the one. Romeo Langford, I think minutes probably are going to take a hit. I think Romeo Langford's minutes are going to take a hit. But the big question you have to ask yourself between Romeo Langford and Jabari Parker right now is trading defense for offense. Is that worth the trade? And in my opinion, I think they made their decision. They're gonna go with offense because Jabari Parker is garbage on defense. I mean, honestly, he is. I don't know how much you can get out of him to defend. And I'm not gonna say that, he's gonna come here and he's gonna be terrible on defense because I've seen Brad Stevens get Isaiah Thomas to defend. I've seen Brad Stevens get Kyrie Irving to defend. I've seen Brad Stevens get Kelly Olynyk to defend. I've seen him get lesser players to defend. So I feel like this signing is gonna be really predicated on whether they can get Jabari Parker to come out and play with some defensive intensity, because we know Jabari Parker can score. We know he can score. And it would be a huge boost for this team if he can give us, 12, 13, 14 points per game. That would be great. If he could give us anywhere, I would be so happy if he gives us double digits points per game. That's a huge boost for coming off this bench for this team right now, for the depth. That's a huge boost. And I feel like, this will help Jaylen Brown and Jay Stidham because it's another wing that could come, take some minutes, get rest, get those guys fresher for the fourth quarter, the closing. Overall, I like the signing. I really like this signing. It's interesting though. It's interesting. I can't really hate it, but I want to see how these rotations look. I want to see how these rotations look because I was liking how Romeo Langford was playing. I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at the rotations we had with Grant, Romeo, and Tristan Thompson coming off the bench. I wasn't mad at that rotation. I thought they were pretty good, and I thought Evan Fournier coming back was just gonna really complete it with Peyton Pritchard mixing in some of those minutes too. But now, we'll see. But honestly, I can see Romeo's minutes going. I can see Romeo just being on the bench now. I can see Romeo handing out Gatorade and clapping. I can see it now because everyone's saying Grant, but I don't think Grant's minutes are going down. I don't think that. Grant is a pretty good key player. Grant plays a lot of minutes, guys. Grant does a lot of things that they like. He shoots, he defends, he passes. He's a pretty smart player too. So Grant Williams is going to continue to have his minutes. I don't see him losing his minutes. I see Romeo Langford loses his minutes because I've seen Romeo Langford being put in the doghouse last week. Not even I've seen Romeo Langford being yanked after 2 minutes and not playing the game anymore. And again, that was last week. So yeah, I really think this is Romeo Langford's replacement. I think Romeo Langford will not be playing much more this season, but as always, I might be wrong, but I'm really psyched about this. I think we added a more scoring to our bench that we needed, and this is something that I've said we needed 2 pieces off that bench, and hopefully Jabari Parker can come here. He's fresh. He hasn't played all season, so I don't have much to go off of to say whether he can contribute that much. I just go off of what his past has shown me. He's a bucket. He's a bucket. This guy can score. We'll see how that looks. I'm really pumped about this. As always, guys, I have nothing left for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.